Celine Dion offers an unfiltered glimpse into her health struggles in her new documentary, featuring a harrowing 10-minute scene of her enduring a seizure, which is both painful and emotional to witness. The footage captures a distraught Celine crying and screaming in agony as her body convulses uncontrollably. Despite the distressing nature of the scene, Celine chose to include it in the documentary to provide the public with an intimate look at the relentless challenges she faces. During a consultation for her stiff person syndrome diagnosis, her body goes into crisis mode, and she is laid down on a table, suffering the seizure while the camera crew records the ordeal. As doctors and medical personnel try various interventions to assist her, Celine eventually receives a nasal spray to alleviate some of the muscle spasms. After about 10 minutes, Celine is finally able to sit up, and she wraps a blanket around herself as she shares her embarrassment about what she's going through. Celine says, "Every time something like this happens, it makes you feel so embarrassed and so, I don't know how to express it. It's just, like to not have control of yourself." Well, Celine Marie Claudette Dion CC is a Canadian singer. Referred to as the Queen of Power Ballads, she is noted for her powerful and technically skilled vocals. Her music has incorporated genres such as pop, rock, R&B, gospel, and classical music. Her recordings have been mainly in English and French, although she has also sung in Spanish, Italian, German, Latin, Japanese, and Chinese. Born into a large family in Charlemagne, Quebec, Dion was discovered by her future manager and husband René Angelil, and emerged as a teen star in her home country with a series of French-language albums during the 1980s. She gained international recognition by winning the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest, where she represented Switzerland with Ne partez pas sans moi. Her debut English-language album, Unison, established her as a viable pop artist primarily in North America and several English-speaking markets, while The Color of My Love gave her global superstardom. Dion continued her success throughout the 1990s with several of the best-selling English-language albums in history, such as Falling Into You and Let's Talk About Love, which were certified diamond in the US with more than 30 million sales worldwide each. She also released a series of international #1 hits, including The Power of Love, Think Twice, Because You Loved Me, It's All Coming Back to Me Now, I'm Your Angel, That's the Way It Is, I'm Alive, and her signature song My Heart Will Go On, the theme for the 1997 film Titanic, which solidified her popularity. Dion continued releasing French-language albums between each English record. Do became the best-selling French-language album of all time, while S'il suffisait de me, Sans attendre, and Encore un soir were all certified diamond in France. During the 2000s, she built her reputation as a successful live performer with A New Day on the Las Vegas Strip, the highest-grossing concert residency of all time, and the Taking Chances World Tour, one of the highest-grossing concert tours of the 2000s. She has been regarded by several magazines as one of the greatest singers in music, with record sales of over 200 million worldwide. She is listed as one of the best-selling music artists of all time, as well as the best-selling Canadian recording artist and the best-selling French-language artist in history. In 2003, she was honored by the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry for selling over 50 million albums in Europe. 7 of her albums have sold at least 10 million copies worldwide, the second most among women in history. She has won 5 Grammy Awards, achieved 2 honorary doctorates in music degree from Berklee College of Music and Université Laval. Billboard named her the Queen of Adult Contemporary for having the most #1 adult contemporary songs for a female artist. Dion is also the 6th all-time best-performing female soloist in Billboard 200 history. At the end of 2009, Dion was recognized by the Los Angeles Times as that decade's top-earning artist, with combined album sales and concert revenue exceeding $747 million. Dion was born in Charlemagne, Quebec, 24 kilometers northeast of Montreal, the youngest of 14 children of Therese, a homemaker, and Audemars Dion, a butcher, both of French descent. She was raised a Roman Catholic in a poor but, by her own account, happy home in Charlemagne. Music had always been a major part of the Dion family, and she was named after the song Céline, which French singer Hugues Aufray had recorded 2 years before her birth. On August 13, 1973, she made her first public appearance at her brother Michel's wedding, where she performed Christine Charbonneau's song Du Fil, des Aiguilles et du Coton. She continued to perform with her siblings in her parents' small piano bar called Le Vieux Baril, the Old Barrel. She suffered a number of accidents as a young child, including an incident at 5 years old when she was struck by a car as her father and brother Clement looked on. She was hospitalized briefly with a concussion. From an early age, she had dreamed of being a performer. In a 1994 interview with People, she recalled, "I missed my family and my home, but I don't regret having lost my adolescence. I had one dream, I wanted to be a singer." As a child in Quebec, Dion participated in Girl Guide programs as a member of Girl Guides of Canada. At age 12, she collaborated with her mother and her brother Jacques to write and compose her first song, Ce n'était qu'un rêve, whose title translates as It Was Only a Dream or Nothing But a Dream. Michel sent the recording to music manager René Angelil, whose name he discovered on the back of a Jeanette Reno album. Angelil was moved to tears by Dion's voice and decided to make her a star. In 1981, he mortgaged his home to fund her first record, La Voix du Bon Dieu, which later became a local No. 1 hit and made her an instant star in Quebec. Her popularity spread to other parts of the world when she competed in the 1982 Yamaha World Popular Song Festival in Tokyo and won the Musicians Award for Top Performer as well as the Gold Medal for Best Song with Tellement j'ai d'amour pour toi. By 1983, in addition to becoming the first Canadian artist to receive a gold record in France for the single D'amour ou d'amitié, Dion had also won several Felix Awards, including Best Female Performer and Discovery of the Year. Further success came when she represented Switzerland in the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest with the song Ne partez pas sans moi and won the contest by a close margin in Dublin. At age 18, after seeing a Michael Jackson performance, Dion told Angelil she wanted to be a star like Jackson. Though confident in her talent, Angelil realized her image needed to be changed for her to be marketed worldwide. She receded from the spotlight for a number of months, during which she underwent dental surgery to improve her appearance, and was sent to the École Berlitz in 1989 to improve her English. In 1989, during a concert on the Incognito tournée, she injured her voice. She consulted the otorhinolaryngologist William Gould, who gave her an ultimatum: have immediate surgery on her vocal cords or do not utilize them at all for 3 weeks. Dion chose the latter and underwent vocal training with William Riley. 2 years after she learned English, Dion made her debut into the Anglophone market with Unison, the lead single having originally been recorded by English singer Junior in 1983 and later Laura Branigan. She incorporated the help of producers including Vito Luprano and David Foster. The album was largely influenced by 1980s soft rock music and quickly found a niche within the adult contemporary radio format. Unison also hit the right notes with critics. Jim Farber of Entertainment Weekly wrote her vocals were tastefully unadorned, and she never attempted to bring off styles that are beyond her. Stephen Thomas Earlywine of AllMusic declared it a fine, sophisticated American debut. Singles from the album included Any Other Way, The Last to Know, Unison, and Where Does My Heart Beat Now? A mid-tempo soft rock ballad made prominent use of the electric guitar. The latter became her first top 10 hit on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 4. In 1991, Dion was a featured soloist on Voices That Care, a tribute to American troops fighting in Operation Desert Storm. Her real international breakthrough came when she duetted with Peabo Bryson on the title track to Disney's animated film Beauty and the Beast. It became her first top 10 hit in the UK and her second top 10 hit in the United States. The song earned its Songwriters and Academy Award for Best Song and gave Dion her first Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal. Beauty and the Beast served as the lead single from her 1992 self-titled album, which, like her debut, had a strong pop-rock influence combined with elements of soul and classical music. Owing to the success of the lead-off single and her collaborations with David Foster and Diane Warren, the album was even more well-received commercially than Unison. It was certified diamond in Canada and double platinum in the US. The album's second single If You Asked Me To became her first #1 single in Canada and peaked at number 4 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Also during this time, Dion released the francophone album Dion Chante Plamondon. The album consisted mostly of covers, but featured 4 new songs: Des mots qui sont, J'ai dans ma tête, Quelqu'un que j'aime, Quelqu'un qui m'aime, and L'amour existe encore. It was originally released in Canada and France during the 1991 to 1992 period, then later received an international release in 1994, the first French Celine Dion album to do so. Un garçon pas comme les autres became a smash hit in France, reaching No. 2 and being certified gold. In Quebec, the album was certified gold the day it was released. Well, don't forget to share and subscribe now for more videos. Thanks for watching.